the nitty-gritty, depth chart, personnel, strategy, ins and outs. Like, this is some real sicko stuff. Like, if you were devouring practice reports and interviews and stuff like that, which we love because we like to do those, and we like to give you guys as much info as we can here in preseason practices. Like, what is the number one thing that you feel like we can learn before the season starts, or learn more about that you're focused on?
And what's crazy is I feel like the last couple of years you've had, because of the state of the roster, like, you've had big pressing questions and what's this new look position?
And you still have some of that. What's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we're, I mean, obviously it's just so easy to gravitate your eyes to the quarterback, right? Mm-hmm. And how is Jackson Arnold? And you're only going to learn so much in practice. Correct. Like, I mean, that's a position where when the ammunition goes live, when you start seeing live rounds, it's a different deal. I think that's true at running back too. Like, we were talking about, like, we don't have enough data to have fully formed opinions about Damari Alston or Jeremiah Cobb or Durell Robinson, but the fact that you're going to get to see a little bit more than you've seen from those guys in the fall. Like, I think you look at players who have a different job now. Players whose role has changed since the end of last season.
Right.
How are they responding to that new role? And I think on the offense, the easy ones to look at would be Jackson Arnold, because he's on a new team, and these running backs because you don't have Jarquez anymore, and you want to see if they all look ready for prime time. And then I think you've pointed out, is there separation, and is there a situation where one of them looks like they give you a better shot to win than the others? And I guess there's also the question of, do the true freshmen factor in? Yeah. Again, you want to be careful, but Alvin and Omar are both really, really talented freshman running backs. Could one of them break into into the rotation and merit a lot?
And like what we talked about earlier this week when we were going through the freshmen, I think the thing is that running backs, your freshmen have the best chance probably of any position group to break through, because that's usually a position that can, instant impact. However, Alvin coming from a small school, Omar reclassifying, it's an uphill battle for both of those guys.
If there was no Durell, if you were just talking about Jamari and Jeremiah.
Yeah. By the way, I think Durell Robinson can end up being the best of them.
That's what I mean. Yeah. But, if there was no Durell, if Auburn had just stuck with the guys back from last year, maybe it'd be easier to say, you need one of them. You're going to need a third to do something.
Because I feel like you're kind of running into that at linebacker this year. We'll get into that, but yeah.
But the addition of Durell Robinson, who, like you just said, could end up being the best running back of the bunch, makes it, I think, even tougher for if all three of those guys are healthy.
Yeah.
And that's a position where everything can change when with every step.
Right.
But if everybody's healthy between Damari, Jeremiah, and Durell, uphill battle for the freshman running backs. Yeah. If things aren't working out with one of those guys, or
there's an injury,
unavailability pops up, suddenly I think it's, this becomes a really important couple of weeks to show that you should be the next guy.
Really interested in Durell Robinson. And this is